I'll be much older then, guys. To have a reunion. Let's keep the circle of the Cabrera generation going. Have fun here, and God bless you all. Love you all. Now I'll turn this over to my only brother, the oldest brother in my family. Down here.
Thanks, ladies. Yeah. Of all the girls I thought it was karaoke. Loved before. Come on, George. No. Okay, now I will get serious. What's going to happen now is we're going to do a reading of those who didn't know the ones that passed before us. Basically, there are 5, and they are Aunt Franny, Uncle Buddy, Uncle Albert, my brother, my father, Benito Cabrera, and my mother, Annie Cabrera. What's going to happen now is just pretend that there's a novel on each one of these persons. There's going to be a reading by, and I'll go on for each one. A lot of you guys don't know them. So what I decided to do is write a little paragraph for each one as if it were a novel. So for instance, if we do Aunt Franny Cabrera, the novel would be about her, Fran Cabrera. It's like a paragraph or 2, just so you can get an essence of this family, how it was then. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to introduce each one individually to give their reading. The first reading is George Bold, who will do Buddy Milstead. He usually sings, but he's going to do it again.
Well, I know since Uncle Buddy's gone, the Redskins have went downhill. I know that. So anyways, Uncle Buddy. It is 3 a.m. in the morning. You could hear him stir from a deep sleep. He quietly gets up from the couch and goes into the kitchen, opens up the refrigerator and grabs a pitcher of water and quickly gulps it down. Earlier he had his buddies and stitches with his singing, his impressions, and his obvious audience, which included his younger brother-in-law, which I assume is you. His younger brother-in-law and his buddies knew he had been drinking beer. Lita and Mother, which is Carmen, Lita and Mother would be coming home tomorrow. He saw Lita just briefly making a spectacle as he almost dragged down the curtain in the hospital room. The mom was irritated but not angry. She knew him all too well. She knew what he felt when he first saw Carmelita. It was his first daughter, and he was worried about her future, yet excited and full of joy. He was ready to be a father. He felt complete. In 5 years, another daughter would arrive, but before that would happen, in 2 years, he and Lita's mother would be raising Dobermans, and 2 of the dogs would be champions. He would discover he would be very good at it till the very end. But right now, it's 1961. He looked at the window. It was still dark. He thought about the Redskins, wondering if the quarterback from Wake Forest would start. No matter, he could never replace Sammy Ball.
Okay, the second speaker will be Uncle Albert, which would be Patrick Washaw.
Alright, this is Uncle Albert. Little brother, you know, I did a lot of things in my lifetime, but there's so many other things I want to do before I die. I want to go to the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. I never had the chance. I had to join the Air Force because of all my troubles. Our mother saved my life. She stopped me from making a big mistake, and she helped me to go into the service. But in Japan, I got homesick, and when I got back, I married Elaine. The one good thing that came out of that marriage was your niece, Diane. Elaine and I never worked out. Helen was my next wife, and we settled in L.A., and soon after, the boys came along. Man, they were good athletes, and sports with them became my life. I couldn't wait till game day to see your nephew, Ricky, running for a long pass and catching the ball for a touchdown. Yeah, that was our life for a long time. But you know, I always felt my real home was in the East. I missed you, and Luby, and Esther and Carmen, and my gang, Roger, Jack, Flat Top, and Jimmy. Everything would be different if I had stayed in the East.
Now we have Jackie doing Aunt Freddy.
It's Saturday. Time to get everything ready for Lynn's birthday. That Ben has invited everybody as usual. Pizza, Chris, Angel, Joe and Ebby, Annie and Belle, Loopy, Carmen and Buddy, Mac and Marion, Uncle Willie and Ann, and on, and too much to do. Got to make lots of food. Can't run out, Benny will have a fit. Got to have synagogue prepared early. Got to fix the pancit. Make sure the shrimp stock is not too rich. The leaves are changing, yet it's still so hot outside. We should get rid of that pool table. It takes too much room. I need a cigarette. Too much to do. In an hour, Benny will be home from the barber shop, fretting about everything, like he used to run the kitchen in the Navy. I wish he was still in the Navy. He was so handsome in his uniform. He could make women's heads turn. I'm glad he's my husband. I'm glad I was able to give him Lynn. He dotes over her so much. I know he wants another one. I hope it's another girl.
Okay. Now acting for all of us is John Cabrera. Going to do Benito Cabrera. I think, wasn't he Benito? I wouldn't stand here talking about Benito.
Good evening, and actually on behalf of my dad, although we're not a direct descendant, he's my dad's Benito's first cousin. We are really proud to be here. Anyways, this is about Benito. He was in the living room staring out the window. Fran was away, but soon she would return. He missed her more than he would ever reveal. But this evening, his thoughts were of the family he left behind in the Philippines. He missed his dad and his brothers and his sisters. His mother passed away during the war, and it saddened him when he thought about it. He had promised her that he would return, but that was 30 years ago, and he had not. The Navy moved him all over the world except for the Philippines. It hurt to remember that promise so long ago that he would come back rich and help out his father and his brothers and his sisters. He let them know that he was going to join the Navy and he would be back as soon as possible. After all, he was a college man, and how many young Filipinos like him went to college and had the smarts to succeed? The Navy would treat him good and help him fulfill that promise. But this night, when Fran was away and he was alone, it would bother him that he had not kept his promise. He was retired from the Navy now. He thought about the 7 children he had fathered and the difficulty of supporting them and making each enough money to return to the Philippines. Though he was trapped in the United States, he had continued to write many letters to his father and his brothers and sisters, and continually promised to return, but he knew he did not have the money it would take to bring him and his family back. He looked up at the dark sky and whispered, "I must keep my promise. What to do, what to do."
Okay, and the final one will be done by Vicki Emerson. Annie Beltran, Annie Cabrera Beltran.
She always knew she was sick. She had always been sick even as a child. Maybe she knew she wasn't long for this earth. Sometimes she felt maybe that was the reason she left her home so young and seek out the offers of life and grab her destiny early. She was in the kitchen alone. She sat down and rested for a moment. She lost her breath easily. She had been chopping up the chicken and pork for the adobo. The kids liked her cooking, though there was a time they always complained about the Filipino food she cooked, preferring to eat canned American food. But now they loved her cooking, as if in the near future they would never have a chance to eat her food again. That, though, chilled her. She felt a pang of fear, and a dark void crept into her soul. Her husband, Bell, was away at sea for a long time, and that pang of fear returned. She lit up a cigarette. She smiled when she thought of the slogan, "I'd walk a mile for a camel." It is better to laugh than to cry, she thought. She would cry if she was drinking, but right now she was not angry at anyone. She remembered the last time she cried was when Buddy surprised her with a $50 bill for Mother's Day. It surprised her, and it touched her more than she would have thought. After all, throughout her life, she was always giving to others. The pang came back.
And now it's up to Donnie to close it.
I know everybody's all mellow right now, but let's just take a moment and bow our heads and remember those 5 individuals, and then we'll celebrate with some dancing. And I think that if they were all here, they would want it that way as well.
Right.
Just give me a couple minutes.
And into the sun. Hi. Okay. It's Ricardo with his friend. Looking around. And there's the other guys.
110, he's not like that.
I'm just walking around. I don't know.
You don't fall in your shoelace. You can just
Yeah.
just see because you are checking out. We're all waiting patiently.
Waiting patiently.
Oh no, 59. We got to filming each other.
That's your mother, Cooch.
Cooch, that's your father. Hey, Cooch, check them sneakers. Look at this.
I just got off the boat.
Check out the legs. Hey, Cooch, who's got the best looking legs? Your shoe in it. I never argue that.
There's Doopy. There's Susan and George. Yeah, that's George. Hello, gang. Just going around, waiting for breakfast, getting hungry as I speak.
Yes, I am.
Videotape. There's the best dancer in the group right there, Maya. And there's the best actor, Patrick Bushaw. And the best man who pretends he's a stone is Benny. Hey, Benny. Does the stone speak? Anna. Donna, you staying here this week too? Staying tonight?
Yes, we're standing.
Okay. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Vicky. How you doing, Vicky? Who's that with you? Travasius?
What are you managing?
Oh, Donna's still waiting for Bill, huh?
Yeah, poor Bill. I'm here. Hello. We just
say hi. You gonna come back again?
Hi, you want to come back again? We have.
All right.
What? Who's under stress?
That's it.
Ew, get this cigarette away.
It's not even lit.
Come up here.
Talk to Uncle Donnie and there, Jackie, in the video.
Hi, Uncle Donnie.
Hello, Jackie. Did you have a good time?
I'm looking for a red light. Yes, I had a very good time.
Oh, there is no red
I
light.
had a good
Oh, there is a red
I
light.
had a good sick time.
Uncle Donnie, we're talking this whole time. You didn't get me on
No, no, it's on. It's there.
Very good
I thought
sick
you were
time.
kidding. I thought you were kidding. I thought
Hi,
you did
pose, hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Camera.
Thank you.
You know, I just
Thank you.
Get your brother.
See, Rick, this is the timeshare. Oh, because of Donnie, that's what Rick said. Oh, this is you. Hi, how are you doing? Stop. Everybody stop. Well, do you guys
I used to be. now I'm the photographer.
Go get a picture.
Over to the flowers.
Well, actually, I wanted to get the building.
And here comes Brother Donnie with the movie camera again.
Hurry up, Uncle.
Come on, guys. Everyone together. You know, get a big picture. Uncle Sam, come
Well, how am I
on.
going to get in the picture?
Rick,
Take it.
Close in.
Everyone closer. Get in closer. Why are we acting like we don't know each other?
Uncle Sam.
I'm like, gosh, let's get closer. Come on, Sam, Uncle Sam.
Everybody wave.
1, 2, 3.
Hi.
Right on three. Say
Your
sir.
camera's not on.
You can tell we're getting like you're on private beach.
Yeah.
You live here?
Oh, there they are. 5 blocks that way. Here they come. I know. That's by the water. You don't want to park there, though.
You guys get a free car wash. Okay, we all here.
Hi, Benjamin. How you doing, big guy?
Where's that man over there? Looks like a car park. Valet park. Give him a job.
It's got to be all the water. That's my dream. That's all right. Thank you. Away.
Okay, we're going to go in here now.
Bring her in.
Hey, Don, if we sell stuff to Sam and these guys, I get 50% profit. So if we could sell stuff to Sam, I get 50% of this.
I thought you out. Sam and I are going to go inside.
It's nice and cool.
Do we know you?
I'm interested in,
He must think I'm crazy.
All right, here you go. We're located right here. There's nearly 500 homes at Sea Point. As you can see, we built 17 acres. Believe it or not, 650 feet of edge of the privately owned beach, which means it's not.
What does that mean?
It's not maintained by the government. It's maintained by ourselves and house and Peter Mason and the one out there. You go out there. It's themed very freely. Why not? You know, when you go out there, you'll see the different things that are going on. So we're not governed by the local orders and so forth. Water slides, all that. Single-family homes is one that's the furthest out, closer to the Pacific Avenue. 20 lots are actually, well, there's 20 lots. This is the scale. This is not right here. But anyway, it says 500 see right here. This is the future site, future development. This building is all temporary. There's going to be a atrium hotel very similar to the Amy Royal, potentially. It's across the street from the Jolly Roger.
Well, if this is privately owned, are there condo fees, are there fees that you pay?
They're all privately owned homes. Their condo fees range depending on the location and the floor size. Tuition for undergraduates. But this, you can actually see the ocean from all this. When you go down some of this, you can also see the ocean. These buildings, like this building, this is the first one, the one that's right outside. It's the first building built in 86, 87, 88, 89, it's townhomes in 90.
I'm an official photographer.
She's got to buy one so everybody can come use it.
We have now getting a lot from Baltimore and
Did you wash your hands now?
Connecticut as well, starting to come very strong.
What are the price ranges, basically?
I have to talk to the salesperson every
Sales rep, what are the price ranges?
On what? Both prices.
The lowest to the highest.
There's a condo would be
Open
fees.
front 2-bedroom on the second floor here. This was at $295. There's a 3-bedroom on the corner there on the third floor. That's at $379. 3 bedrooms and a 3-bedroom here, oceanfront for $369.
All right.
On the resale market, I had 2 houses. There's a 2-bedroom, 270 unfurnished. That first one on the corner.
Don, are we going to be able to get into one of these today to look at? Oh, great.
4-bedroom here and it's $339.
All right, everybody, we got the brochures over here.
Do you have any of the keys?
Lynn, what you gonna buy us?
I want the biggest one.
We're gonna go take a look at one.
West Shore?
Money is no object. Money is no object.
You hear that?
Buy the big ones. A lot of bathrooms, please, because this family needs bathrooms.
Sold.
Okay, right.
Here, put that back. Put that back. Give that to Miss Debbie.
Which one do you want?
But this would be nice, just sort of a new place to come.
This could be you. You like it?
Hey, look at me. I didn't know I was on
Once
the
you get up
street.
towards the sand, the whole time I was here, and I had no intention of going to the I don't want to do sand.
You're like me. I hate everything.
I mean, I appreciate you, you know, like all this, but I'd rather be tied into an inland waterway.
What do you think about this, Lynn? Which one would you like to have?
Oh, I don't know, I'm still deciding, maybe look more towards right here.
Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Thank you.
And I don't mean OC, but what's the difference?
There
might be a lot of activities here. There might be, that's what is nice about this thing. There's different activities that they plan.
That doesn't mean that you should stay away from it. If I sit in it, like the doctor
Pretty.
Okay, you take picture here.
You like that?
Yeah, and send it over here. It's
Okay.
here.
There we go. This is movie, no still. No still. Sorry. I didn't bring my still camera. No. No.
The only son they have?
You mean the one with the son?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I mean they only have 1, 2.
So far. They have more hope.
They have to have more. 2 only.
At least more than that. Maybe 3, 4.
It's a big family, right?
I guess you're tired, Uncle Boyne, you're tired because you walk those 6 miles every day.
What's 6 miles of that be? That's private beach.
No. You have to have a beach tag, and we charge anyone. The public can access the beach, but we charge them a beach fee.
Well, when you say, I mean.
You still gotta wash clothes, you still gotta cook.
There's some wash clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 450, you gotta still cook.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it.
You'd rather be in the bedroom.
You have to check out the bathroom.
Look at the bathroom.
Awesome bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Hi.
Hello.
Pretty deep closet.
Oh, I like
There's a
that.
whole nother bedroom in there. You go for me.
This is you. This should be your place.
Can't wait. Let me see. Just like mine, there's some rich people out here.
Yeah, meet a rich husband right here in New Jersey.
This rents for roughly $3,000 for a week.
3,000.
That's not bad. I can handle that. Uncle Poy and I can handle 3,000 a week. That'll be 9,000. That'll be 60,000 pesos. But what the hey, you know?
Oh, come on, Don. You had a better deal than
Oh,
that.
for us, yeah, but we did the general public is
Look, don't be throwing that around after that. Sure.
That close, are you gonna sign it?
Well, not, you know.
Okay, Cousin Don, next year for vacation, we'll be here. Give me a real good deal on that $3,000. $3,000 for the week.
Get off the table.
No.
Yeah.
No, he said, no, I want this table.
Which means your mom and dad will have to come and clean that on there. When people go on. It's not here now.
Really want to throw you in?
Come on, Bill. Bill. No, I want you in a picture. My skin, my shoes off.
We are not going in the water. I need the water.